All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders who gave millstone, who I learned this truth from. And Shalom to the hopefully elect, the 144,000, scattered across the four ends of the earth. As you see, there's a video right here about World War III. And World War III explodes as U.S. deployed troops to destroy China. And the Capitol Hill stuff, everybody focused on the Capitol Hill. And it seemed like got the whole country focused on that because Esau, he putting out on the media that all 50 states are gearing up for basically a violent protest, like all 50 states. But you can see this just happened. This is recent, man. Tensions been firing up between like Iran joining the forces of China against the U.S. But stuff like this been happening, man. But the Capitol Hill could be a distraction. That Capitol Hill raid can be a distraction from this and from numerous other things, man. You know how Esau get down. He like to do things behind closed doors while he distracting everybody else, man. From basketball with the NFL playoffs, the Capitol Hill, man. A lot of stuff, man. It's like Esau, you know what I'm saying? Spend billions and billions of dollars to keep our people distracted. It's up to the Lord, man, so you can see right through his distractions, man. You see right through his BS. And it says the U.S. plans to bolster its forces in a move set to spark fury from Beijing as the two nations battle over territory in the South China Sea. They out there fighting for territory, man. Who gonna control this territory, man? Like two gangs or something, man. The nation plans to integrate its navy. It's like the nation's plan to integrate its navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard to tackle the growing threat of China in the South China Sea, according to strategy documents. Yeah, man, as you can see, man, this World War III is here. It said war begins. They had to fight in the South China Sea. And a lot of people don't even know it, man. I'm going to play this quick video, get some scriptures in. Lord, what are you edified?
Begins. World War III as the U.S. deploy troops to destroy Beijing threat in South China Sea. The U.S. plans to bolster its forces in a move set to spark fury from Beijing as the two nations battle over territory in South China Sea. The nation plans to integrate its Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard to tackle the growing threat of China in the South China Sea, according to strategy documents. Tensions are at unprecedented levels in the region as China looks to dominate amid growing pressure from the U.S. The Trump administration has supplied multi-billion arms packages to the island of Taiwan, which is developing its own weapons to fight back against Beijing.
I'm going to pause real fast and say this, man. Now, the Capitol Hill still happened on January 6th, which is ironic that it happened on the day. Which, you know what I'm saying, got an assist in it. But then the inauguration of for president, I guess for Biden, is on the 20th, man, and they ain't even here yet. They go to show you, man, some things are getting heated up. All this is leading to the inauguration. It ain't even happened yet. I think we maybe like 6 days away.
The new U.S. strategy, Advantage at Sea, will develop a modernized, integrated all-naval force for the future, the Maritime Strategy Report said. Our actions in this decade will shape the maritime balance of power for the rest of this century, the document, released last month. China's and Russia's revisionist approaches in the maritime environment threaten the U.S. interests, undermine alliances and partnerships, and degrade the free and open international order.
Yeah, and I could be wrong, but I think Iran is joining forces with China, and I think like so it's basically like China, Iran, and Russia. Man, them countries are alone, man. Them countries alone are ready for they ready for the America and Israel to do something to bust they move. They ready for them to bust they move. Now I watched the Wonder Woman maybe like last week, man. They had a little scene in there. I think I brought it out on the last video. I'm bringing it out again. There was a scene where all the all American nuclear spots where they have their nuclear bombs that get ready to shut off was revealed. It was revealed, man. So once it was revealed, and other countries was able to see it, they had to shoot them off. They had to declare war from right then and there, because everybody seen where their nuclear missiles was at, like where they were stationed at. So they had to shoot them off before they be destroyed.
Moreover, China's and Russia's aggressive naval growth and modernization are eroding the U.S. military advantages. The situation on the South China Sea has continued to flare into the final days of Donald Trump's term as president. Fresh weapon supplies from the U.S. to Taiwan and testing of China's warships in the region suggest tensions showed little sign of simmering in the near future. The South China Sea Probing Initiative, SCSPI, a think tank that focuses on the security issues around the contested region, told Newsweek there were risks of a potential clash.
I'm gonna get this scripture real fast. In Matthew the 24th chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 4. And Yahushua answered, this is Matthew chapter 24, starting at verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and see that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's right. You gonna hear wars. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. That's a prime example, man, from the video. It's a prime example of what it's speaking about. It's giving you proof right there, man. Some of the signs of the end. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes and in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. So we living in the times that a lot of stuff, man, a lot of these prophecies, man, are coming to pass. It's heating up. It's heating up, man. 2021 is going to be a lot of prophecies coming to pass. Like, a lot of things going to be hitting up. A lot of signs. At the end of the day, a lot of signs, man. A lot of signs our salvation is nearer than we believe. Now that it's high time to wake up out of sleep. All this stuff going on, man. Ultimately, it's up to how about Shemi Awashai, but all this stuff going on, man, people need to wake up. People need to wake up.
It highlighted the chances of an unexpected collision between the two powerful nations amid heightened tensions. The organization said, we still believe that the risk of conflict is rising. Though less mentioned in media reports recently, there have always been several encounters of various kinds from the two sides every single day. If the US and China couldn't find substantive crisis management measures, the risk of an accident or unexpected conflict would still be high.
Hey Siri, what do I do when I don't have credits?
Slacky, it's on commercial.
Okay, I found this on the web.
The U.S. Secretary of State has also said the government would be lifting decades-old restrictions limiting the nation's contact with Taiwan. He said in a statement the United States government took these actions unilaterally, in an attempt to appease the communist regime in Beijing. Last month, Taiwan prepared warships to stand guard in response to Beijing's aircraft carriers traveling close to the island.
I'm gonna get this right here. Jeremiah 18 to 20, 18 to 21. Yeah, I'm just start at verse 21. This is Jeremiah 18 and 21. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death, and let their young men be slain by the sword in a battle. That's right, man. It's talking about World War III right there. It's talking about World War III right there. A lot of people are gonna be put to death doing that, man. They might come with a draft. A lot of people might get drafted. Now I got that's going on. We got the pestilence out, man. The C-19. They got the vaccinations going out, man. Just the Capitol Hill. Man, a lot of stuff is going on right now, man. Protests, uproars of the people. Last thing you know, man, I have a feeling, man, this will be another Jake getting down by the police on national TV. I mean, most of them be on TV. We always get the videos, but it might be something even bigger than George Floyd, even bigger than through the. You know what I'm saying? Through the midst of all this, though, in the middle of all this going on, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of them storming the Capitol Hill, in the middle of getting Trump getting them peaches, the inauguration finna come up. The middle of them, the middle of the new strain of C-19. There's a new strand. Like all this is going on all at one time. Like all this, man, all this is going on at one time. That's how you know during the time of Jacob trouble, which is here. But when it can really kick up, man, it's gonna be so much going on at one time. That's why you gotta pray. Yahweh Shem Yahushai will cover you. You gotta pray. Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna cover. That's the only thing that's gonna be able to get you through these times. You got to be praying, man. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not saying Lord wouldn't you edify, but I'm also speaking to myself. Because you never can do enough praying. You never can do enough praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The scriptures say give him no rest. The scriptures say give Yahweh Shem Yahushai no rest. I forgot exactly what. I know it's in the Old Testament. It might be Isaiah. Hold on. Bear with me for a little minute. I can't think exactly where that scripture at. I want to type it in the search bar, but the word, like far as rest, it don't actually says rest. Basically, it just boiled down to that you supposed to don't give you how about Shem outside no rest. Well, it's not coming to me right now. I know it's gonna come back soon when I get done with the video or another time. Like, damn, it is what it is though. But the main point, a lot of people are gonna die in this World War III.
The group of aircraft carriers sailed through the sensitive Taiwan Strait on Sunday, one day after the U.S. warship passed through the waterway. 6 warships and 8 Air Force aircraft were deployed to monitor the Chinese vessels. Taiwan said the military had been deployed to stand guard, adding with the support of the people, the national armed forces have the confidence and ability to guard their homeland, and ensure national security and safeguard regional peace and stability. The island nation, which China claims sovereignty over, also unveiled a heavily armed combat ship dubbed the aircraft carrier killer. The Tachiang warship, which is said to become active in July, is armed with subsonic and supersonic guided missiles, making it capable of targeting Chinese vessels. The Trump administration supplied a total of $5 billion in armed packages to Taiwan in 2020.
Robo-killer.
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 Robo-killers.
Another
Tell
damn
me about...
commercial. But I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna get some more scriptures. Yeah, I'm gonna get the scripture phrase right here in Baruch. Just talking about this is America. America gonna receive. America gearing up for their own destruction. A lot of these elites know. That's why they got bunkers and stuff like that all over the goddamn world. This is Baruch chapter 4, starting at verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own destruction. That's right, man. For she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own destruction. So shall America be grieved for their own destruction. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Esau pride, man. This damn feel like they got the heaviest, the baddest, you know what I'm saying, the toughest military. Can no other country outdo them? All this pride of this goddamn kingdom, wicked ass kingdom Babylon, all their pride is gonna be turned into mourning, man. It says the scriptures say, for fire shall come up, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. I mean, the main point is in 33 and 34. For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and the pride shall be turned into mourning. And it's talking about America. I'm going to get this right here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, starting at verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And most of these jakes, man, they ain't gonna know what to do. They don't even know what's going on, let alone paying attention to what's going on. They not paying attention to what's going on. They not knowing America battling themselves up for their own destruction. Which they purposely bringing America, these elites purposely bringing America down intentionally, so they can come in with their new world order. Not only the America, but the whole damn world. They want to bring the whole damn world down so they can build it back up with the goddamn RFID chip. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. But these Esau have the pride to believe that. And ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Awashai set Esau up just so he can show his power. Yahweh Bashim Awashai is about showing his power. He's about showing off. He's you know what I'm saying, a real, true God-like power. Like, this is movie. Like, we We're like, you know what I'm saying? We small beings to him. We're small. It says earth is his footstool. Earth is his footstool. Man, have probably only 1 or 2%, man, even been most places on the goddamn earth. Let alone earth is his footstool, man. You can kick it around like a goddamn beach ball. People don't understand the ways of the Heavenly Father, man. He's a godlike power. He's the power that be. That's why when he gave Moses his name, he said, I am that I am. When you refer back to it, like he is that he is. Yahweh, man. Man, that's crazy, man. But like I said, going back to what I was saying, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers. So stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Man, times we living in, man, all this stuff that it's talking about is coming to pass. It's coming to pass, just like I read in Matthew the 24th chapter. But I'm gonna get this right here. This is Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, chapter 7, and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. For Jacob is the end of the world, and Esau is the Salakia. For Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning that followed. So better is the end of Esau. Better is the end of Esau. There's another scripture I want to get in the Ecclesiastes. And I'm really talking about as far as like these times, better is as far as this world, better is the end of things right now. I'm just really applying that to right now. Better is the end of things that's going on right now. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm trying to find, here go right here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose. We definitely in the time to lose. It's not the time to get right now. Not to get anything of this kingdom. It's right now is the time to lose everything in this kingdom, man. Lose everything in this kingdom. Hell with this kingdom. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rent and a time to sue. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. We definitely in a time of war and not a time of peace. We definitely in a time of war and not in a time of peace. And I'm going to get this right here. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 12. One woe was past, and behold, there were two woes more hereafter. That's right. One World War passed. World War II passed. It said three woes, Salakia. World War III, man, it's a third war. That's a third war. A lot of Jake not paying attention to what's going on, man. We're not in the time of love, man. I say we're not in the time of peace. We're in the time of war, man. We're in the time of hate. With that, I'm going to end it. Lord, when he was edified, there's a quick hit as far as World War III. The World War III is man, it's as far as like it's speeding up, like it's coming like faster, man. So like a draft could actually come this year. If not this year, next year. But they can actually start. Esau can actually start drafting Jakes, man. Ultimately, man, forget about who else will ever get drafted. Cause they can, you know what I'm saying? Either you, whatever get on this side, man, better enjoy it. Cause in the kingdom, man, when once we in rulership, going into slavery. So to hell if any of the other heathens get drafted. I'm talking about so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American. And to hell with the 2/3 of people, because they don't care anyway. It's best for them to get drafted. Maybe they'll, you know what I'm saying, have something happen to them out there. They get hit with a goddamn missile. So right there, I'm going to end it right there. Lord, when you was edified, before I go, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone who I learned this truth from and they rule well. Shalom to the house of David, 144,000, scattered across the four ends of the earth. Lord, will I be back with y'all with another video. Shalom.